More legislators are now pushing to regulate online gambling in the country. Here is the report.
A jeepney driver named Jerry claims he lost 20,000 pesos to online gambling. Now he says he deeply regrets it.
Papaload ako ng halagang 300. Minsan mananalo, tapos mauubos din.
Former OFW named Don also got hooked on online gambling, so much so that he neglected his job. He says he lost all his savings and was forced to return to the Philippines, only to spiral further into addiction. Now he spends his earning as a delivery rider on online betting.
Mismong pangrenta po ng aming bahay na rerentahan, equivalent po sa peso ay 35,000. Na-cash in ko po yun. Siguro 3 times na tatlong buwan na renta. Ang alam ng magulang ko ay naibayad ko sa monthly dues ng bahay. Hindi nila alam, susugal ko. Hanggang sa nagdiscover na nila.
Because of their regret, both Jerry and Don support a total ban on online gambling in the Philippines. This aligns with a proposed measure filed by Senator Mig Zubiri. Meanwhile, Senator J.V. Ejercito prefers stricter regulation rather than an outright ban. He believes online gambling is an even bigger problem than Pogo.
Ito, mismong Pilipino, nauubos yung kanilang kinikita para po sa pagtaya. So yun, I think mas malaki yung social consequence.
Ejercito's bill specifically seeks to prohibit the use of all e-wallets for online gambling. Currently, it's easy for players to use these apps, which are directly linked to gambling platforms. Still, Ejercito is open to the idea of a total ban if regulation doesn't work.
Wallet applications should not allow their applications to be the conduits to online gaming or online gambling operations. Baka makabawas, pero kung talagang hindi pa rin, then we have to resort to total ban.
Just like Ejercito, Senator Win Gatchalian also proposed a ban on using e-wallets for online gambling. Senator Risa Hontiveros and Akbayan Party List filed a similar bill in the House, the Contra Isugal Act. Their proposal includes age restrictions, with only individuals 21 years old and above may register and participate. In a message to News 5, GCash stated that the entire fintech industry is working together on a unified response to the issue. They reaffirmed their commitment to protecting consumers and promoting safe, inclusive, and responsible digital finance. At a palace briefing, Press Officer Claire Castro said the Department of Finance proposed taxing online gambling instead.
Pag-aaralan po yan dahil baka sabihin naman nila, nako, ang freedom of expression na naman ang, sinasawata natin dyan.
But Senator Zubiri pushed back, saying taxation isn't the solution.
Bakit dito tayo nakatutok sa online gambling? Baon ng utang ang ating mga kababayan, yan po ang maling advokasya ng ating gobyerno.
And now let's get more insights on online gambling from Manila 6th District Representative Benny Abante. Congressman, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning po, Angelo. Angela, good morning sa inyo lahat.
Alright, Kong, ang daming versions po ng yung sa gambling, no? Yung mga bill na naglalabasan. Yes. Yung sa inyo po, ano yung specific measures or provisions na that's included in the bill na plano nyo po i-file?
Well, actually, unang-una, yung isabong na yan, dyan nagsimula yan sa distrito ko eh. And we actually rallied against the opening of the Manila Arena. Eh, siguro, kinakailangan ulit namin mag-rally for the closure, the permanent closure of the Manila Arena, which is in Santa Ana, Manila, no? Eh, National Heritage Site pa itong Santa Ana at napakaraming mga religious in schools dyan. Kaya nung pa against na ako sa anumang online gambling. And that is one of the bills that I will be filing once I sit in Congress. No, ipagbawal na lahat yan. It's a total ban because you regulate that. I don't think that we have done it before, and we begin to see that they're not actually paying the right form of taxes. Marami pa rin talagang naapektahan dyan. Pangalawa, hindi lang yung online gambling, kundi dapat tanggalin na sa PAGCOR ang mandato to give franchises and licenses to online gambling. Pangalawa yan. Pangatlo, meron din akong bill na gustong i-file na lahat ng online gambling advertisements dapat ipagbawal na yan.
Okay, Kong, you mentioned earlier na matagal nagsimula po sa inyong distrito at matagal nyo na nga po ito, kumbaga, hindi po kayo pabor dito sa online gambling. I was wondering what prompted you po na ngayon lang po magfa-file ng bill sa 20th Congress?
Actually, I remember na I already made it public in, I think in 2007 about the e-sabong, no, and the online gambling. Dahilan sa itong Manila Arena na ito, dito na talaga nagsimula eh. The online sabong started at the Manila Arena, no, with actually Atong Ang. And talagang we did everything we can to not for that to continue, pero nagpatuloy pa rin sapagkat binigyan ng lisensya ng City Hall eh. And that is the problem. So ngayon, bumalik na naman yan, no? Nakalimutan na nga eh. Remember that nung yan na punta yan sa media, there were only about 34 that were killed. Ngayon, more than 100 na.
Yes,
Hopefully, talagang tutukan na ng media ito until such time that the missing sabongeros have been solved. Yun po yung panalangin namin.
Kong, kayo po ni Senator Zubiri, halos nagkakaisa po ng sentiment about online gambling, no, na yung iba na, total ban na. Pero ang suggestion po ni Senator Ejercito is, bakit hindi muna natin i-regulate, let's collect the proper taxes, and then eventually, if it does not work, let's move to a total ban. Ano po ang reaction niyo dito?
Well, wala pa ako nakitang gambling na nagbayad ng tamang taxes, no. Pag may gambling, may dayaan yan. Pag may gambling, may corruption diyan. Hindi mawawala yan eh. So sa akin, regulating it for us to be able to get an amount of taxes diyan. Sabi nila mga 50 billion a year.
Yes.
What is that compared to the very many na napapankrupt at naghihirap at napapatay tungkol dyan, no? You cannot actually equalize that, nga, no? Marami napapatay, marami na dadaya, marami na tatalo. My goodness, kahit na magkaroon tayo ng regulatory commission dyan at magbayad ng right taxes yan, how much would it cost to pay the lives of people that are killed because of that?
But also, how are we going to consolidate this bill? Kayo po muna dito sa House of Representatives kasi as the report said also kanina, meron din pong pinasa or final na resolution ng Akbayan Party List. Sa kanila man po ay stricter regulation din, lilimitahan sa 21 years old yung maaaring makapag-online gambling. And wherein, yung version nyo po na sinasabi po ninyo ay total ban.
Yes. That will go to the proper committee. For example, like the Committee on Games and Amusement, the Committee on Franchises, whatever committee. And we will try to consolidate that. Pero meron din isang kasamahan ako sa Manila, I think it's Congressman Valeriano, that actually is filing a bill for totally banning it altogether. So ipaglalaban po namin yan sa plenary when the time comes.
But I remember in one of the interviews of Senator Mig Zubiri, he's very passionate about this daw, about totally banning online gambling. Pero sabi niya talagang he would go great lengths hanggang matapos yung kanyang termino bilang senador sa 2028. Would you be that way as well po?
Yes, I'm so glad about the bill of Senator Zubiri, no. Siguro ang pwede kong gawin diyan, I will be touching base with him and to find out because kailangan talaga namin ng counterpart bill sa Senado para makumpleto ng mga bagay na ito. And I'm so glad about that. And I would like to tell Senator Zubiri that I am totally in favor of the bill also that he has filed.
And just to be clear po, Kong, when do you intend to file this anti-online gambling bill in the 20th Congress?
Well, siguro by next week, if not Friday, because right now we are refiling the bills that the Quadcom has written or drafted in the 19th Congress. Ngayon, andito na nga ako because we're going to refile that with the young guns. No? So the next would be filing the bill on the online gambling.
And then by the 20th Congress po, we'll be expecting po ang pag-reconvene ng Quad Committee.
Yes. We will reconvene that. Pinag-uusapan na po namin yan. And the first thing that will be happening perhaps would be the assignment of the committee chairmanship of all the committees involved with the Quadcom.
All right, Congressman, taking this opportunity as well, now not official na yung proclamation nyo, ano po ang feeling nyo?
Congratulations, yesterday.
By the way, na halos wala na pong balakid ang pagbalik nyo sa 20th Congress.
Thank you po. The thing is, I would like to thank my constituency about this. No, just to let everyone knows that ito po talagang napapasalamat ako sa COMELEC that they followed the letter of the Constitution. No, ang panalo po dito, ang ating saligang batas, ang panalo po dito ang taong bayan. No, hindi lang po ako, kundi ang taong bayan at ang ating saligang batas.
But having said that po, Kong, on record, you were behind around 3,000 votes during the midterm elections. But here you are nga po, you have
I think,
secured...
I was behind only about 1,300 votes.
Oh, okay. So, but you have secured your seat via a legal challenge. So, ang tanong po dito, of course, yung mga critics po ay, ano pong, kumbaga, mensahe or halaga ng panalo po na inyo ngayon, kumbaga, via legal challenge po ito over voters' preference?
Gusto ko pong sabihin na you cannot misrepresent yourself, no, or dayain mo yung taong bayan na pwede kang tumakbo na hindi alam ng taong bayan ang kalagayan mo. I mean, that is another form of pandaraya. You know, mananalo ka saan? So, naniniwala pa rin tayo that we are a government of laws. Ibig sabihin bawat politician natin should abide by what the Constitution says. No? Kung gusto nila maging example talaga sa taong bayan natin ng walang misrepresentation, walang misdeclaration ng kanilang COC, but in reality, yun talagang whatever the Constitution says, maging masunurin po tayo dyan.
Okay. I also want to take your thoughts on this po, Kong, kasi recently meron pong survey na lumabas from social weather stations na saying na 44% of respondents po believe senators do not want to start the impeachment trial. We all know naman po what's happening right now, yung mga sinasabi po mga delays pagdating po sa pagtugon sa impeachment trial. Do you also share the same sentiment?
Well, ang nakita ko, Angela, sa pahayagan ngayon is 44% of the people would like to continue the impeachment trial in the Senate. Palagay ko, pakinggan na po yan ng Senado, no? Kasi that is constitutional. For them to stop, for them to dismiss the impeachment trial, naniniwala po ako that is not according to the Constitution. Dapat binigay na po namin yan sa Senado and they have already convened themselves as the senator judges for the impeachment trial. Therefore, that ought to be started and continued on until it is over.
Pero mabilisan lang po, yes or no? Do you believe po na may delaying tactics po na nangyayari?
Naniniwala ko, yes. Politically speaking.
Alright, maraming salamat po muli sa inyong oras sa Manila 6th District Representative Benny Abante. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you po, Angela. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you.
Right, PAGCOR Chairman Alejandro Tenco opposed calls for a total ban on online gambling in the country, asserting that stricter regulations should be implemented instead. Tenco shared that PAGCOR is set to sign a memorandum of agreement with the Ad Standards Council to regulate outdoor billboards promoting online gambling platforms. He also emphasized the importance of the industry as a revenue source, citing PAGCOR's collection of around 50 billion pesos in license fees in 2024, with half allocated directly to social services.
I had made my stand clear. PAGCOR is for the retention with the stricter regulations instead of total banning. In 2024, we were able to collect more or less 50 billion pesos. And 50% of that automatically goes to social services. That includes the Universal Healthcare Act, yung PhilHealth po. So, malaki po ang napupunta ron. May napupunta po sa Philippine Sports Commission. May napupunta po sa Dangerous Drug Board. May napupunta po niyan sa DOJ para po dun sa mga nakulong na hindi naman dapat nakulong.
At a palace briefing, Press Officer Claire Castro said the Department of Finance has also proposed taxing online gambling instead of a blanket ban.
Pag-aaralan po yan dahil baka sabihin naman nila, nako, ang freedom of expression na naman ang, ang sinasawata natin dyan.